I was born in Britain, raised and returned back to Barbados. Yeah, I'm a young youth Olympic ambassador, and I represented Barbados in 2023 with my where is she? Jessica over there. I went with them to Greece. That's 2000? Okay, yeah, good. With Greece in 2023, we had a good experience in 2023. So first of all, I really want to speak to everyone firstly and ask everyone a question. The first question I'm going to ask you, it's a rhetorical question, you can answer if you want to, but the first question I'm going to ask you is, what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want to be remembered for? Yeah? To ask that question, think about it for a second. What do you want to be remembered for? When all is said and done, when you come to the end of your career, rugby career, what do you want to be remembered for? And I'm going to explain to you first of all my story, and where I came from, how I was in sport, and how I grew up, and how I got to the position where I was now. Yeah? So I grew up in a family of 6, the middle child, quiet, couldn't really speak properly. I really was afraid of the stage, completely afraid of the stage, didn't really want to speak, wasn't a good public speaker at all. Yeah? And, I was always reserved, doing my own thing in my own corner. All my brothers, I had 5 of us, 6 of us, 5 boys and 1 girl. Everyone else had a mouth but me and didn't really speak. But, there was a turning point in my life where it was sport that helped me express myself. And I'm sure that most of you can say the same thing. Sport is an art of expression, right? So as for me, when I started sport, I started at a very young age. I started playing football. In England, that's one of the most common sports. So it's always football. First of all, football. You play football. But in school, primary school, I would start playing football, and it was kind of a release for me. Because when I couldn't speak properly, I had a stammer or a stutter where I couldn't speak properly on stage or in front of people or in a crowd. My feet were doing talking. You get what I'm saying, right? Doing kick-ups and all of that, right? And I was really good at football. And I progressed. I started to go into club trials in England and different clubs, all the way up until the age of 13 years old. So I was playing football from, I think, 5, 6 years old, all the way up to 13 years old. And it was a kind of expression for me. And that's where I could show who I was on the field. And I'm sure most of you can relate to that. But at 13 years old, I had an injury. And I bust my toe playing football. I kicked the ground one time and my toe just bust open. So I couldn't play football for a while, yeah, because I had that injury. But then, what did I do? I wanted to play sport. I went into basketball, which is kind of weird. Go from football to basketball. I went to basketball and I found out I was good at it as well. So I progressed in basketball from 13 years old all the way up to 18, 19 years old. I was playing basketball. And so much more to say that at 13, I developed into a good basketball player. I wasn't that very tall. You can see I'm not really tall right now. People think, if you're playing basketball, you have to be like 6 feet and above. Not all the time. It's an advantage to be tall, but as I was 5'3", up until I was 18 years old, no, 17 years old, 5'3". And you know that 5'3" is very short for an 18-year-old, right? But don't look down at that. I had very good skill. I was fast, I was agile, I could jump really high for my age, or for my height, sorry. And, I was a menace on the court, a real menace, and people hated it. And even while I was doing basketball, I was doing other sports. I did rugby as well, so I know if it was on the field, taking frustration out of people and break people's knees. I know some people do that here, right? No? No one does that? Okay, just me. Anyway, I did badminton, I did tennis, I did all types of sports. And I just got myself involved. Just dabbled in this, dabbled in that, dabbled in this, dabbled in that. And I developed a passion for sports in itself. Whatever sport it was, I was like, I want to do it. I want to try. I want to be the best at it. Even though I wasn't good at some of the sports, yeah. Volleyball I was never good at. Not netball, kind of good because I play basketball. But just other sports I was just dabbling and trying to do. And I developed a passion for sports when I was 16. Meanwhile, I was still playing basketball and going into national stage in basketball. We became, what's it called? BCS. Country winners, the national winners for basketball at 16. And we went overseas as well, went to different places in Europe and played basketball, watching different basketball games. And it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. But I think at 16, 17 years old, when I transitioned into college, that was a turning point in my life. I had to make a decision. I was 5'3". I was good at basketball, I could jump high, but all my friends had shot up to like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". And I'm there, still not growing for a long time. I was frustrated. I was really frustrated. But in college, there was an opportunity that came. I took this course called Young Sports Leaders Award in college. And what this allowed me to do was to teach and coach sports. Yeah? So I went all over England, different courses in coaching, different courses in officiating, just learning about different sports. And then that's when it clicked for me. I then transitioned from playing sports to becoming a coach, multi-sports coach. So what I would do, I would go into different schools, primary schools, young children, all up to secondary school, and coach them. Not just in basketball, but many different sports. Tag rugby, that's what we used to have in England. Football, cricket, tennis, all these other sports. And it was just fun for me because I understood that my passion was seeing other people excel. Yeah? That I can impart my wisdom, my knowledge on what I had and what I had experienced to other people. Bearing in mind, like I said, as a young person, I was very quiet. I was really reserved. I couldn't really express myself. But somehow at 16 years old, my mouth became open, in that sense, and I was really, really expressive on that court. So my first job was coaching the girls' basketball team in college. And I was dead nervous. I'll be honest with you, my legs were shaking, knees were clanking together. And I came in, and I said, everyone on the line. And I don't know what it was, but I just started shouting. And I got everyone's attention like that. And it wasn't a bad shout. I wasn't talking down to any person or anything like that. But I started shouting. But it came from my place of passion. So I became energetic. Just as I was on the court playing basketball, I became energetic in coaching. And everyone responded. And then my coaching methodology that I had implemented came through. And I understood that what type of coach I was. Yeah, I was really passionate. I really cared. And I understood people's feelings and emotions on the court. Because I played in the sport. So I understood how it is, what goes through your mind. I've been to many finals, many championship games. And I understood the feelings and the emotions that go through your mind. So then I can also help young people. People say, you know what? I know what you're going through. If you just think this way, if you just think about this, if you just talk about it, if you act in this certain way, you're then able to perform better. And so I've seen the fruits of my labor in coaching. Yeah? And at 16, 17, 18 years old, I carried on through country. So I was slowly transitioning from basketball to being a coach. I did some officiating courses, so on and so forth. But at 18, 19 years old, that's when I officially became almost a full-time coach. So I transitioned to coaching into a sports academy in London. It was really good. I went all over London into different schools, coaching young kids, athletes in development, developing their skills, not just basketball, like I said, in many different sports. And it was really, really rewarding for myself. It was really rewarding. And so, at the age of 21, I moved to Barbados. I said, well, I'm not going to tell you my age, so. At the age of 21, I moved to Barbados. And I took all my experience with me. I came to Barbados, I landed in Barbados, and I saw potential in Barbados. And young people like yourselves, I saw so much potential. Yeah, you may not have the opportunity right now, because I'm telling you, opportunity is going to come. But I saw potential. And from then, I was like, you know what? I want to help the young people of Barbados to fulfill that potential. I have a vision of what I want to happen in Barbados for the young people. Bear in mind, I grew up with opportunities. In England, there's so much opportunities to put your hands in different pots, different things that you want to do. And because I grew up in that, because I experienced that, I said, you know what? I want to help other people experience that. Because you don't know who you're going to be. You don't know what path you're going to go. And some people don't know. Some people say, yeah, I want to do this. But sometimes, you know, you may say you want to do this, but unless you dabble and unless you dip different things, you don't know exactly what it is that you want to do until you actually start doing it. So I said, yeah, I want to inspire the next generation. So I became part of the Young Olympic Ambassadors for Barbados. We went on different initiatives and programs to help improve sport in Barbados, different programs. And so I was selected that very same year to go and represent Barbados in Greece. And for me, that was a great honour to represent Barbados, to represent the people, new people, and to really, you know, highlight Barbados. Because Barbados has so many hidden gems. You have so many people here, you young people here, that you don't know who you are. You don't know where you will be at the end of your time. But at the same time, it's important that we understand that every single person right here is special in your own way. Yeah? Don't belittle yourself. Don't think you're nobody or you're nothing. Every person here has potential. Every person here is a gem, diamond in the rough, waiting to grow. But it's just time. It takes dedication and hard work. It takes dedication and hard work. I'm just going to go back again. I had a friend that I was from Lithuania. And we grew up playing basketball together. We challenged each other. We would train day and night. When I say I was serious about basketball, I played about 6 times a week. 3 times a day. That's how dedicated I was. Yeah? This is how hard it was. I would get up in the morning, travel to school, get to school around about 5:30 in the morning, playing basketball for a whole hour. Yes, 5:30 in the morning, playing basketball for a whole hour until school starts around about 8 o'clock. In my break time, play basketball again. In my lunch time, play basketball again. After school, go to school club training, play basketball. Then go also at 7 o'clock at night time, go to club training, play basketball. 6 times a week, back to back. That's how dedicated I was. And that's how my skill developed. So my friend Dierctor, that's his name, we was going back to back, challenging each other, and that's when we improved. Because we were out competing each other. We were good friends, but we were always on that court. When that ball was on that court, you know, it was just me and him, and we were always challenging each other. So much more. We went to London National Regional Tryouts. That was the hardest tryouts I ever went in my whole life. We had people that were 6'7", 6'8". And I was 5'3", playing against these guys. Right? These guys come from overseas, and they're just incredible European players, incredible players. When I say incredible players, doing these acrobat skills. And I'm just here, just a short guy, just trying to make it through. But like I said before, I was a menace in the core. They couldn't believe it. I would use my skill, my strengths, my reach, my speed, and my defense. Right? And I would excel in it. Unfortunately, I didn't make it past, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I had a great experience. And I understood the level that I had to go to in order to make it. Yeah, so fast tracking forward where I am right now. I'm a coach. Right now, I work full time, but I'm a coach at heart. And I really want to see young people fulfill the greatest potential. Sometimes not everyone will be a player. You may start as a player, you may pull out into coaching, you may pull out into officiating. Yeah? You may want to do other things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as long as you know what you want to do, as long as you develop your passion and how you want to go about things, yeah? In order to develop your passion, you need to know what you need to do. So you need to dabble, you need to test this out, you need to try this out, do whatever you can in sport. Yeah, everyone's in rugby here, do whatever you can. Yeah? You know, I played different positions in basketball. I played point guards, shooting guard, forward, centre. I dabbled in all these positions, so I knew what I wanted to do. You know, guys, try and dabble in whatever you want to do. Yeah? Go into coaching, try and officiate. Ask your coach, you know what? Can I officiate this game? For fun. It's for fun. Yeah? Can I coach this team? For fun. And if you find a passion and desire for it, pursue it. Go with it. You know, I'm not saying you shut up being a player. You can still be a player, but try and do more things, because you never know what you're good at until you actually try it. And that's what I'm here to tell you today. Yeah? But the first question I asked you was, what do you want to be remembered for? Yeah? That question really should resonate in your heart. What do I want to be remembered for? For me, I want to be remembered to inspire other people. I've been there, I've done it. Now I want the next generation to grow up and also go beyond what I achieved. Yeah? Because everyone can do it. Everyone says, you know, I want to make it into America. I want to make it to Australia. I want to go to New Zealand to play rugby. I want to go to England to play rugby. You can do it. You can do it, but you have to put in the work. It takes hard work and dedication. 6 days a week I trained, 3 times a day. Alright? To achieve what I had achieved. Yeah? But you can go further than that. Only if you put your mind to it, young people, you can go further. Yeah? So I'm just here to encourage and inspire you. What do you want to be remembered for? Are you just going to go halfway, or are you going to go all the way? Yeah? Or are you going to do other things? You know, you're going to branch out in the same sport. You're getting into rugby, but rugby is not just limited to being a player. There's so many other things you can do. Administration, officiating, there's so many other things. But it's for you to see what you're good at and try it. Try it if you can. That's my encouragement, to try as much as you can, and then you will succeed in what you are destined to do. So those are my few words today. Hopefully everyone was encouraged by it. And bye. Yeah.
Guys, thank you very much, Mr. Solomon West, for that words of encouragement. Right, so this is a part, so next we have a part of what you came here this evening for. We're going to have a very short 5-minute break where we'll allow you all to go to the food table. We have some appetizers for you all to munch on in the meantime, and we will come back to the tables and we will continue the program from there. For being a part of this organization. So we'll be starting with Mr. Aaron C. The time ready for it. Kevio Joseph. Jalen Duplessis. Leslie Griffith. Carrie Powell. Naomi Paul. Chad Clark. Phillips Griffith. Nathan Raffin. Next, we would like to invite Ms. Pauline Eugene to present. Next. So I'd like to call up next Mr. Anton Burrows. Akiri Harewood Wiggins. Ty Gill. Giovanni Hamilton. Ashley Richardson. Sumira Gooding. Kezia Jones. Rajiv Grant. Lenisha P. Rashona Clark. Tiana Archer. Rajan Grant. Thank you very much, Pauline. Right, so throughout this year, you'll have shown dedication, passion, drive, and we would like to say that we appreciate you guys. We hope that you'll continue to come out and train. We have a lot to learn and we have a very far way to go, right? It has only begun, and as you'll continue to grow, we look forward to seeing you all grow and develop better. Young adults, senior rugby players, and international rugby players as well, right? Next. So, next on our program, it is my great pleasure to invite our next performer this evening to come and serenade us in song. I would like to invite Moesha, Danielle, to take the podium this evening.
Good evening, everyone. This evening, I will be singing 2 songs. The first song will be Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Have yourself a shepherd or teacher is what you could be, or even a fisherman out on the sea, or maybe a carpenter building things. But who would imagine a king? It was so clear when the wise men arrived and the angels were singing your name, that the world would be different 'cause you were alive. That's why heaven stood still to proclaim. One day an angel said quietly that soon he would bring something special to me, and above the wonderful gifts he could bring. Who would imagine? Who could imagine? Who would imagine a king? Thank you.
Can I have one more round of applause? What a beautiful voice. This also is a testament that just because you're a rugby player, that doesn't mean you can't have more than one talent. Right? Express all your talents. Rugby is a place that we accept you as you are. So don't be afraid to be yourself, express yourself. Here is home, and here is where we will accept you as you are. Right? So, moving quickly along in our program. Next, I would like to invite one of the honorary members of Barbados Rugby, Barbados Women Rugby, Barbados Olympic Association. I would like to call to the podium Miss Danielle Phillips.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. First of all, a round of applause for everyone looking so dapper today. Looking smart, looking beautiful. It's not often you get to see rugby people dressed up, so it's always good to see everyone looking at the top of it. All right. Good evening, everyone again. My name is Danielle Phillips, and today I'm here to tell you about the wonderful opportunities that you can experience being involved in this beautiful sport called rugby. You may look at me and wonder what makes me an expert. And to be honest, I don't consider myself to be an expert. But I have experienced a lot, and it's all thanks to my involvement in this rugby community. My journey started very much like yours, in school. I had just transferred to a new school in Pittsburgh, so already all the cliques and groups had already been created and established for quite some time, and I had to find my place. As I got to know more people and I got more comfortable, I decided I needed to get into sports, one of the things I had always enjoyed. I was always quite sporty. I had tried all the sports available to me: netball, volleyball, road tennis, athletics, basketball. I did them all. One day, a guy in my class asked me to give rugby a try, but I was hesitant. I didn't know too much about the sport, except that it was rough. I imagined there was a height and weight requirement that I just couldn't physically meet. At the time, I was maybe 5'2" and 100 pounds wet, wearing jeans. I physically could not meet requirements. He kept asking me to try, so one day I did. I remember my first session like it was yesterday. I well and truly sucked. I ran the wrong way, I couldn't catch the ball, the passing was ugly. I was defeated. But the coach and everyone that was there were very encouraging. Despite my underwhelming start, I kept coming back, and I got better, to the point where I got invited to nationals practice. Playing on the national stage is another level. Playing for your country is a privilege that most will never understand nor get to experience. You will always remember your first game, your first tackle, your first tour. I have traveled throughout the region and the round of the world, representing my country and my sport to the best of my ability. As I became more skilled on the field, I learned about the rugby values: discipline, respect, integrity, passion, and solidarity. Not only did I learn about them, but I applied them to all parts of the rugby. Discipline. I consistently came to rugby practice. Respect. I had due regard and consideration for my teammates, my coaches, my referees, my opposition. Integrity. I was honest. When I made a wrong call, a bad pass, a late tackle, I took accountability for it, and I put my hand up. I made a mistake, but there was the opportunity to learn and grow from it and try not to repeat it. Passion. I truly love rugby, and I was enthusiastic about all aspects. Yes, even the not so fun parts, like burpees, broncos, heat tests, shekel runs. I made sure to find the silver lining in everything. Solidarity. In rugby, I found family. Cool aunties and uncles and cousins who were united by our love for this sport and eventually loved and respected each other. We laughed, we cried, we argued, we disagreed. We fell out and then we fell back in. We held each other accountable, we corrected each other. But most importantly on that field, we fought for each other. An unbreakable bond had formed, even after retirement, spanning years and continents. A thing that as you age becomes more valuable and important. Your playing years will be some of the best years. Depending on the path you take, it can open up your mind to the different coaching styles, the wonders of your body under different training regimes, and dietary requirements. Scholarships, college, university, and study abroad opportunities are all there for the taking. But don't be mistaken. This is not an entitlement. You will have to put in the work, sorry. You have to be intentional about practice. What you take into your body, and I don't mean just eating. What you consume becomes you. So far, I have focused heavily on the playing aspect, as this is usually the first form of contact and the initial path to accessing the benefits of rugby. But there's also another path, administration. It's less glamorous and oftentimes thankless, but can be just as fulfilling as playing, and there are more options available depending on your interests and passions. In my journey, after many years of playing, I noticed there were some gaps that I felt I could help resolve, especially with respect to women's rugby, so this started my personal path in administrating. At that time, there weren't many females involved in administration other than your typical secretarial role. My loose plan at the time was just to help where I could, but that turned into more than I had bargained or planned for. I know that sounds a bit ominous, but it's definitely in a good way. Administrative roles are really broad and can apply to any non-player role within the sport. The obvious ones would be referees, assistant refs, coaches, managers, physios, exco, and council members. Those are the more direct roles. Additionally, there are some more less known roles, like media, marketing, match commissioner, and a bunch of other leadership and supportive roles, too vast to mention at all levels. Grassroots, which is club. Nationals, which would be BRFU, Barbados Rugby Football Union, and Barbados Olympic Association. Regional, Rugby Americas North, and international rugby, World Rugby. In my administrative journey, I have touched all these levels. And in my various capacities and roles throughout the years, every level exposes new ideas, new paths, new connections, and new ways to give back to the community that have provided me with these once-in-a-lifetime opportunities and share with people like yourselves who want to maximize your opportunities. The current peak of my journey is that I am the president of the Major Pride Rugby Club, an all-female club that I was part of establishing in 2016. I am the first Barbadian 2025 World Rugby Cap Gemini Scholar. This was no small feat, and is not a brag, but a testament to the hard work, failures, and wins that I have accumulated over the years. There's a rugby saying, you want to leave the jersey better than you found it, and that has always been my goal in my involvement. I have been involved in rugby for over a decade now, and have learned quite a few things throughout my rugby journey, and have a few takeaways I hope can help you on yours. To the parents and the guardians, we need you. Your children need you to support them in this journey. Help them to get to practice. Encourage them to do their best. Build good habits. Eat healthy. Play hard. But most importantly, please buy those boots. It's an investment in the future of their feet and their confidence on the field. And I know sometimes it's going to be tough, balancing their school and other activities, watching them struggle with new concepts. But these are character building moments, and you will see your child start to change and hopefully flourish before your eyes. We are getting them ready for the field, but we are also getting them ready for life. Let's work together to get them there. To the coaches and administrators, as you work with these young people, instill and reinforce the rugby values. Teach them the right way to go about doing things and correct them as needed. Prepare them for the next level to the best of your abilities, as this is the foundation of the type of athlete they will become. It will be a reflection on you, but no pressure. To the older rugby players who will offer guidance, mentorship, tips and tricks, share your love for the sport, the purity of the game, and always do it from a place of positivity. When you share in the wins, praise them. In losses, teach them how to lift their heads up. You can't always win, but you can be competitive and lose with your heads held high and your sportsmanship intact. And lastly, to the young people of Pelican Academy, you are the future of rugby, and we are happy to have you a part of this community. We want the best for you. We want you to grow, be confident, succeed, and be the best you can be. Listen to your parents and coaches. Go to school and learn. Play rugby. Watch rugby. Immerse yourself in it as much as you can. To my rugby girlies, we are few, but we are here. Rugby does not take away from your femininity, and it never will. Wearing heels or wearing cleats, wearing skirts or wearing flats, be comfortable. Be unapologetically you. Be the girl you want to be. Take up the space, speak up. Your feelings are valid and you need to communicate that. The older girls, we are rooting for you because you are that girl. Pelican Academy will be your first vehicle, and I hope you enjoy the drive. Let rugby values be your true north. Let it guide the things that you say and the things that you do. Opportunities are endless here. You just have to say yes. And finally, in true rugby style, with end all things, the only rugby will do. Oggy, oggy, oggy!
don't take the time to pay attention to what was being said and bestowed upon you today, there are a lot of opportunities coming. We are here to prepare you for them. You are now a part of an elite group of people. Right? Not everybody can be a rugby player. Right? But rugby does have a space for everyone. So, I feel like this next part of our agenda is the most important part of this evening. I would like to invite you all to dine with us this evening as we prepare to go to the dinner table. This time we will take it table by table, just to add a little bit more order to it. Right? But we will be enjoying our meal together. If you can, please put away your certificates, the one that did Dierctor and Serenade, right? And we will be starting from father, to our first row, because it's athletes, and then we will prepare as well. Everyone, all of our athletes are back and seated. So, in true fashion, Moesha always here. So, this evening, we would like to make special mention to some of our athletes. Right? For the year, we've had a lot of new faces join our team, join the community, and we would like to take special note. All of our athletes are very hardworking, talented, but there are a few who have stood out and shown their own special qualities, and we'd like to just highlight those this evening. So I'd like to first start with our female MVP of the year. Miss Moesha P. Next, our male MVP of the year, Mr. Retiring Mentor. So, for our most improved female athlete this evening, I would like to call to the front Miss Kezia Jones. And for our most improved male athlete this evening, Anton Burrows. Nice. So, amongst the regular awards, we do have some novelty awards to highlight the special talents that the kids have highlighted. So, our next award is for our most punctual athlete, and that is Mr. Asher Richardson. Normally, he starts at 5, Asher is advertising for 3 o'clock. Although he's with me, but he's only at 3 o'clock waiting for training to start. Next, just like we have our punctual, we have one athlete that that makes it well known that she will always be there, but never on time, or always late at this evening, Miss Rashona Clark. So our next award is going to be given to one of our athletes that once they are at training, there is going to be excitement and entertainment. This next award is for our most dramatic athlete, Caleb Griffin. So, this evening we ask everyone to come out dressed to impress. And we would like to give a small token of award to our best dressed male athlete this evening, Akiri. And our best dressed female athlete this evening, Naomi Power. So, on entering this evening, all of the athletes were asked to vote for their People's Choice, male and female athlete of the year. So, our People's Choice male athlete this evening is Natari Medford. And our People's Choice female athlete this evening, Sumira Good. Right, so could I have a round of applause for all of our We appreciate all of your hard work and dedication. We appreciate your personality, your character, and what you bring to the rugby community. Pelican Rugby Academy community is Serenade, and we all appreciate your presence here. You do have a home here, regardless. This is your special place. As a registered Pelican Rugby Academy athlete, we accept you, you are free. So, next in our proceedings, I would like to invite everyone, in no particular order. We do have this in the field this evening. Right, so I will head back to the
Better make it in order.
Okay, so I will do it in reverse order. That's how we did the food.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, presentations afterwards. So in reverse order, we'll be going for the sit, and then we will do our vote and thanks to close off this evening. Right? So, green table in the back with our senior
all the parents, the women's rugby contingent, the men's rugby contingent that has also come out. Again, I want to thank the parents. I'll wait for the athletes to stop moving the chairs and sit down. We'd also like to thank everybody who is not here right now but made a donation in some form or fashion. Every dollar makes events like these happen, and we want to keep making events like these happen. We want to thank Living Water Community for giving us this beautiful hall that we're in tonight. We'd like to thank all those who were serving, all those who were serving impromptu. We want to thank Mr. Derrell on the audio. We'd like to thank our performer, Moesha, Danielle. It's fantastic singing. Who am I missing? I would like to thank Mr. Master of Ceremonies, Michael Seville, for his job tonight. Very well done. We want to thank all those who had a hand in preparing some of the food, because we had about 20,000 people put together to make sure the food could happen. Some more of our women athletes provided those beautiful desserts for you guys. We had one of our coaches' mothers making the chicken for you guys. The ham came all the way from the crane for you guys. There's a lot of different hands involved. I want to thank my mother, who is glaring at me with a beautiful outfit on, for serving and helping and keeping things on task. I'd also like to thank, I want to thank Giovanni. I don't know what for, but I'm thanking him. Round of applause for Giovanni.
Thank you, Giovanni, for finding the show, huh?
But I believe that is everyone. Again, if I'm missing anybody, I just want to say a big thank you. We're ending the year exceptionally, and I think it's amazing that y'all are here. Y'all made the effort to be here, and that's all we ever asked for. So round of applause for yourselves again. Yeah, so now we are going to officially close off the award ceremony and dinner tonight. Please, if you'd like to take home some balloons as a memento, please do. As well, I would like to ask everybody, if they can, just give us a little bit of help with packing up some of the stuff we have here. And